morning, guys, and today we have Psalm 29, which we're going to be breaking down and kind of discussing and having the key points in for today's video. So we have to start off with the whole chapter. We have ascribe to the Lord, you heavenly beings, ascribe to the Lord glory and strength. Ascribe to the Lord glory, due his name, worship the Lord in splendor of his holiness. The voice of the Lord is over the waters. The God of glory thunders. The Lord thunders over the mighty waters. The voice of the Lord is powerful. The voice of the Lord is majestic. The voice of the Lord breaks the cedars. The Lord breaks in pieces the cedars of Lebanon. He makes Lebanon leap like a calf, Sirion like a young wild ox. The voice of the Lord strikes with flashes of lightning. The voice of the Lord shakes the desert. The Lord shakes the desert of Kadesh. The voice of the Lord twists the oaks and strips the forest bare. And in his temple all cry glory. The Lord sits enthroned over the flood. The Lord is enthroned as a king forever. The Lord gives strength to his people. The Lord blesses his people with peace. So this little summary and breakdown, it starts with, so this chapter is more of a powerful song that highlights God's majesty, especially through his voice in nature. So David kind of describes God's voice as mighty and full of glory, comparing it to thunder, powerful winds, and earthquakes. So it then shows how God's voice commands authority over all creation. Shaking the wilderness, breaking the trees, and flashing with fire is all parts of controlling and authority over all creation. So it then ends affirming that the Lord reigns forever and gives strength and peace to his people. So to find the key points, we have the first one, which is God's power in nature. So God's voice isn't quiet, it's like thunder, being able to control all of the nature that we just talked about. And then we have another key point, which is the majesty of God's voice. So his voice isn't just loud, like how we just talked about how it's like loud as thunder, but it is glorious and full of strength, beauty, and authority. So when God speaks, everything will stop and listen to God's voice. And then we have another key point, which is God reigns over everything. So from the storm to the calm, God is on the throne. He rules over all and forever. And then our last key point is strength and peace for his people. So even with all of that power, God gives strength to his people and fills them with peace. So God has all this power, and he still cares to give some strength and peace to us. I mean, that's pretty crazy, I would say. That is all we have for today's video. I know we don't have daily uploads because I'm on vacation right now. Here, let me show you guys the view. Hold on. So this is what we are staying at right now. It's kind of like a little apartment place on the bay side. It's still very pretty. Even when the sun's not out, it's kind of hard to tell on camera, but I think it's still very pretty. That is all we have for today's video. I hope this breakdown of Psalms gave you guys a better understanding of what David was trying to say in this song. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. God bless. Love you all.